public sex. I guess, yeah, public sex is a crime. In my mind, there are some crimes that, to me, I think are victimless. Unless you're having public sex on top of somebody else. There's the ancient method of doing this if you don't want to see something. And now, I know, maybe I'm naive, but I just think it's silly. There's so many worse things going on, and I think it happened in LA. And if it did, then I know for a fact there was something better the cops could have been dealing with than people having sex in their car. And granted, there's better places to have sex than in your car. Yeah, it would be it would be a few too many minute trip to get to the west side if you're living in Ohio. I don't do shows in that area very often, but I wouldn't be surprised if sometime I'm doing a show in Chicago again. I used to do shows there all the time. So here's at work. I could tell her to leave work early. Study master chefs. Increases cooking skill, lowers work performance. Offers a chance of granting an inspiration moodlet. Not worth it. Make silly faces in the mirror? Yeah. That sounds like something I'd like to do. So, what's Jamila? She's sleeping. She's still at the bench? Uh-oh. Something's wrong with James Haney Jr. He's been sitting at the bench since he talked to the lady that reminded me of the prostitute story. Maybe he can't stand up for whatever reason. But we're going to give him a reason to stand up. Where's the house? There it is. And what's he need? He's hungry, and he's got to go to the bathroom. Well, first things first. Use the bathroom before you fill it up. Have a quick meal. Cereal. Make a friend from being confident. Level up in the social skill. That's going to be tough. I just leveled up in the social skill. And finish doing homework. Wait. Oh, let's cancel that. And we're going to eat grilled cheese, which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Is anybody else hungry in the family? Nope. Nope. They must have had their grilled cheeses already. She's sleeping. She's already having fun. I'll tell you what. I'm sure that by the time she's done sleeping, Jamie will be tired, and she can use the computer. Play Blick Block. Take a shower from being tense. I think you should play some video games first. What's the sense of getting untense if you're just going to be upset about not having any fun afterwards? I was thinking that also, Emily, and I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not here, I've actually known people that are functional with that, and I know people that are completely dysfunctional with it. And the problem is I don't know enough about it to joke about it. If I was an expert, then no holds barred. But I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to that. But that's the same theory I had in my head. I just wasn't willing to share it. I'd allow sex to occur on top of me. Somebody's saying, who would allow sex to occur on top of them? Oh, you mean a different group of people having sex? No, not me. Not me. Right. Oh, Ali Ali is also on PC. I might get it on PS4, but I got a discount on in my Steam. Like, you know how I don't know if you're familiar with Steam, but sometimes you get these items and also you're like, what did I get? More often than not, it's a Steam card, which is the same as a trophy, but way cooler because it's got cool artwork. And sometimes it's people giving free gifts to you, which I am so thankful when it happens, but it's few and far between. And then the other common thing is somehow I rack up these coupons where it's like 50% off of this or 50% off of that. Okay, what was I doing? Sleeping. She's had fun. She's sleeping. I think the family's doing fine, actually.
Choo, choo, ooh, choo, choo, choo. That's the West.
What do I need her to do for school? Have an activity table? Wow, what a monetary thing. Draw 3 pictures while inspired. An activity table probably costs more than that. Do we need these toys? Looks clean. Get 2 skills to level 4. Alright, well, what skills are close? Motor? Dang. I don't even know how to improve your motor. Built by monkey bars and jungle gyms. Right. Is it too late for her to go over here and play? Personally, if I was a parent, I would say yes, it's too late. But Mom works till 1 a.m. and she can get a good 30 minutes of monkey bar playing in before it's too late. Screw it. No, it's not worth it. Could have her read something. Instead, I'll have her sleep. You're done with Blick Block. Or Blick Block? Blick Block? Go to sleep. Your mom's gonna be home soon, and I don't even know if you can share the bed. What does she need? Hygiene. Oh, she's still... I forgot. I have her ready to vent. Why would you vent to your kid at 1:15 in the morning? Just take a bubble bath and call it quits. If you admire a piece of art at the museum, not going to happen. Be friendly with Jamila. Not while she's in bed. I'm going to wait for 3 new whims. Use. Is this still good? Spoiled. Clean that up. Cook. Well, both those kids are coming to use the bathroom right now. It's bad news. No, he's not. She is. Hopefully they don't run into each other. This becomes an issue. Well, okay, all worked out fine. What is, you don't even care that your kid's up at 2 a.m.? Well, it's Saturday. Then what's the difference? Enthused about a new show. Be friendly with Jamila. Okay. She's sleeping. Instead, why don't you just play some video games? Oh no, she's already got the fun meter all the way up. Why don't you go back to sleep? Max out your sleep. Does Morgan stream? Yeah, he does stream sometimes. He actually just got a whole bunch faster of internet, I believe. Not 100% sure, but I saw him streaming my Hotline Miami the other day. I think it's the Adventure Bits on Twitch. I've never seen it, though. Well, I mean, I've seen it, but I've clicked a link and watched it. How's my puppy doing? I don't know. I should maybe bring it in here. It seems too well behaved. I'm suspicious that it's planning some sort of an attack. It doesn't bark. You know, actually, this is the truth. Is I haven't slept past 5:30 in the morning in a while. Actually, 5 a.m. It wakes up around 5 a.m. and it like cries, and then we move it into our bedroom because we keep it in the kitchen, and then it stops crying, but for about an hour, and then it starts whimpering again. And around 5:30 to 6 o'clock, I have to wake up and play with it, and it goes insane, like running all over the house, and then it falls asleep at like 9 a.m. for the entire day until I don't know what time, like 6 or 7. And then when my girlfriend gets home from work, she gets excited again, passes out around 8 or 9. She only really plays for like 2 hours twice a day, which is not what I thought. I was pretty upset about having a dog at first, but it's really well behaved. What can I say? He's getting sleep right now, right? Where is he? Oh, he's taking the trash out? James is a good man. He's going to grow up to be just fine. She's not pregnant again. She had James after James Sr. was dead. She just must be getting fat. Which is okay. She's done her thing. She's actually older than she looks. She looked like a grandma when she was young. Let's just take a look here. Oh, that's... Yeah, she's one step away from being an elder. And she still doesn't know how to go to the bathroom before it becomes a problem. Let's clean that. Let's clean the bathtub. Let's make drinks. Juice on the rocks. That'll help her career. She needs to reach level 2 mixology. What's her name? It's Punkert. It's Punk and Kurt, but they share the K. So there's one K, Punkert. Is there any music that I don't like? Well, here's the thing. I used to hate heavy metal music, and this is actually years ago. I don't hate any music anymore, like country, like jazz. I can appreciate, but would never listen to to heavy metal on my own. And what changed my mind was I worked on, for a short while, Guitar Hero Metallica, and I did not want to listen to Metallica, and I listened to every damn song on the Metallica Guitar Hero game. And eventually I was like, you know what? The lyrics are actually, and I'll stand behind it even though I've talked shit about Metallica. I mean, this released a while ago, but I had hated Metallica up until then for my whole life. And never really had a good reason for it. And I listened to it, it really wasn't bad. It's just not my style of music. It doesn't put me in the mood that I look for music to put me in. And afterwards I listened to an album by Iron Horse called Fade to Bluegrass, which played the Metallica songs that I liked the most in bluegrass, which is a form of music that I find very entertaining. So yeah, and after that I kind of gave more of an opportunity. I've listened with a more open mind to different musics that I usually wouldn't like. It's typically screaming. Whenever there's screaming, I don't like that because it's not, I get like anxiety when I hear that. But I can look past it if the musician's talents are really good and if the lyrics are something that moves me. It needs either the lyrics to be moving or it needs the the instruments to be something that typically guitar, because I don't understand drums. Drums can be bad or good, and I wouldn't know the difference. But when I hear a good guitar player, I can tell even if it's not the style I like. And they want pizza. I'm not sure what that's a reference to. Now is the time to find out whether or not she can get sleep at the same time that Jamila's in there. We have a place by my house on Abbott Kinney that's called Abbott's Pizza, and they have pretty good pizza for California, but sorry, California, your pizza's just not up to par. Chicago's the best, New York is second best, and there's probably a lot of others between what I consider not the best. The pizzas in California are not the best, but Abbott's Pizza's my favorite I've seen out here. And on top of that, they have something called salad pizza, which is an illusion that it's pizza at all, because there's no sauce. There's cheese, but it's feta cheese, and it's got like a pretzel-style crust and salad with Caesar dressing and avocado and tomatoes, and it's amazing if you like salad. If you don't like salad, you would be pretty pissed about it. TJ Slusher has the exact same. He says, screaming startles me. It makes me feel like if I wanted to be screamed at, I'd just do something to make my girlfriend mad at me. Exactly. And sometimes I do want to get yelled at. I like the drama. And I make my girlfriend get mad at me. You know. It's his life. She is grungy and not cool like the 90s style. Go ahead and take a bubble bath after that. Grab a serving. He's doing pretty good. I guess by the time he wakes up, he'll need to go to the bathroom. I'm going to get a drink myself. I've got to level up my mixology degree. I also tried to bring the dog in, but the dog is not having it. It is asleep. But I guess my instinct was the same as somebody else's. They said, go get Punker. And they spelled it correctly. So I'll do it. I'll do it. She's asleep, though. I can't see the stream, so I don't know if you can see her, but I figure if I put it on my face, then you can see it too. Her favorite thing to do is bite my mustache. Maybe that'll wake her up. She's bitten my lip a couple times pretty hard. She doesn't mean to hurt me, but I think that she sees the fact that I have a mustache, and she thinks I'm one of her puppy brothers and sisters, and that's how they play. Hey there. Hey there. She's not interested in me. But at 5 a.m. she'll be very interested in me. Won't you? At 5 a.m. you're going to wake me up, aren't you? Well, now it's my turn. You're yawning, huh? Well, wake up. Maybe this is the best thing to do for her, because then she'll sleep past 5 a.m. You know what time I wouldn't mind waking up is 7. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is, it's kind of strange. Usually if I give kissy faces at her, her first response is to bite my mustache, so she must be really tired. I'm playing with fire here. I should not have this dog out. I should not have this dog out, because it's either going to continue being tired and I'm going to annoy it, or it's going to get excited and then I'm going to have to end this stream because it's going to be crazy. I'll be back. Yeah, I know. A bunch of people want it. I can't walk down the street without having to pocket, some sort of self-defense weapon to keep people away. It's not her online debut, but that was probably her best online debut. On Wednesday's stream, at the very end of it, I put her right up next to the camera. She sleeps all day, though, so she's pretty much just as tired as that during the day. I'm so lucky. I thought I was going to lose my job because the dog would bark the whole time. But because if it's barking all the time, I probably couldn't do videos. It is the most well-behaved little puppy I've ever seen. Do I ever miss the GameFront office? Absolutely. For a lot of reasons. I guess the puppy will help with this. I'm a social person. I like to be around people. It gets kind of lonely at home. It helps to have like Morgan or Jack, or when Charles used to come over, or Charles coming over. But at the office, when you walk in, there's 10. There's a lot more than 10, but I was social with probably about 10 people at the office, and I see them every once in a while when I stop by. And it's also nice to not have to worry. I had a neighbor next door that moved out, and she used to just, she was upset. She heard my voice through the walls, and she did not want to. And she'd be like, why don't you have an office? And I was like, you're preaching to the choir. I would rather be at an office where I don't have to deal with people that don't want to hear my voice. Nothing makes you more self-conscious than thinking whether or not your neighbor is judging the sound of your voice. And she's gone. Dispose of dead plant. So it's Saturday, 11 o'clock in the morning. I think the whole gang should go down to the playground. Uh-oh. I don't know if I've shown this character off yet. But this is a character I created right here. Which, that's one of my favorite parts about The Sims, is you can create a character, play with it a little bit, and then leave it, and you'll still interact with people. But this is my favorite. Which is... I wasn't really bullied when I was a kid too much. But when I was in first grade, when bullies didn't really have much to do, there was not named Michael, but there was somebody that has a very similar name to that used to bully. And he was like, he was not really bigger than me. And I was actually, I didn't get beat up, but it was just like one of those things where somebody would try. I don't have any hard feelings at all. In fact, I friended this person on Facebook, and am glad to see that the person seems to be doing okay. Certainly not having the life that I'm looking for, but I'm sure it's the life that one of those gearhead people working on cars. So it seems like he's pretty successful. It's good. I don't have any feelings. But it was like one of those people that growing up, I kind of Does it curse? Turn the game audio down a little bit? I guess I can. Here's the problem, is when I zoom out, it's completely silent. So if I just keep it at a decent volume, it should be okay. Or a decent distance. But that's one annoyance that I have with the game. But there's really... I guess I like it, but it doesn't work good for streaming. I wish you could just have a consistent volume all the time. But I zoom in, and it gets really loud. It's kind of realistic. I zoom out, and all you hear is birds. I was bullied once, and I bloodied his nose and was never bullied again. That's kind of how it was for me. The thing was, like, I was bullied because I was kind of nerdy when I was younger. When I was in high school, it was pretty popular. Lucky for me. But when I was younger, I wasn't because I was so weird, and people didn't get along well with me. But I had the advantage of, while I'm not that big of a guy, I grew up to be 6 foot tall before I stopped growing my freshman year of high school. And so I had quite a growth spurt, which was nice, because I didn't get bullied much bigger. Yeah, keeping the peace is important. Something that I think about a lot, and I totally agree with, but it's something that I always wonder. It's something that I kind of follow as my own words of wisdom that I've read somewhere. I don't remember where. Well, here it is. It's war, and I think you can substitute fighting or violence or bullying. Well, not bullying. Doesn't decide who's right or wrong, only who's left. So war doesn't decide who's right or wrong, just who's left. Same with like violence. Violence doesn't decide it. Strength, none of those things do. So I feel like when you try to put those things together, you lose the importance of whatever you're trying to say. Let's follow this person. I wonder if I can just click on him. But that's my hippy-dippy shit, you know what I mean? I'm sure that some people disagree with me. And there are definitely... I feel like violence is never the right answer, ever. But I understand it. I think that we're all kind of animals, and you can't stop it sometimes. But you have to recognize that that's not what's making you right is winning a fight. It just happens to be that you might be right and win a fight, but you might be right and lose a fight.